Welcome to Songwriter in the House with two old dogs, John Byrum and Mike Anderson.
We're still here, still playing to win. Two old souls forever plugged in.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Songwriter in the House. I'm John Byrum, currently surrounded by three unfinished bridges and this cup of coffee slick that seems to be judging me.
Oh my goodness. And I'm Mike Anderson. Today's episode is powered, like John said, by caffeine, curiosity, and a folder full of AI-generated chord ideas I may or may not ever use, John.
I know, I got a lot of chords I never use, but anyway. Let's get to what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about something super, super practical, folks. Real world, everyday ways songwriters actually use AI.
We're not talking about the sci-fi stuff. Not AI writes a symphony in 10 seconds.
No. We mean the stuff that real musicians do on a Tuesday night, when the inspiration is half asleep and you can't find your notes.
So let's get into it.
Some quick idea starters. One of the most common uses is jump-starting ideas.
Yeah, just like when you've got a vibe, but you don't have any words to go along with it.
It's like it's what people call inspiration.
Right.
And with this stuff, you type in, give me 5 lyrics, ideas about how much I'm missing home, and boom, you got sparks, you got ideas.
Not finished lyrics, mind you, just sparks, like a creative matchbook.
Exactly. And sometimes that's all you need to get rolling is that one little spark.
Another thing is chord progression helpers, like another everyday use for AI is chord suggestions.
Yeah, you got a verse that you love, but of course, like it's wearing the wrong shoes.
So you ask AI, what's a brighter progression for a chorus in G major?
Yeah, and it gives you options, a lot of options.
You still pick the one that feels right, but it saves you from playing G, C, D until your fingers actually file a complaint.
Oh, just hearing those 3 chords gives me shivers.
Oh, my goodness.
Which brings us to our next, kind of segues into our next thing, which is melody variations. And it's a big one. Your melody, you want it to vary.
Well, you hum a line into your phone, feed it into an AI melody tool, and it spits out 5 alternate versions.
And some are really, really good.
But some sound like a robot trying to audition for a boy band, right?
Oh, my God. The Backstreet Boys. But,
That's it.
But, it's like even the weird ones that you hear, it gives you some ideas to do it differently. It just, there's some songs out there that you'd never think would fit in today's music, but they're weird, but they fit.
Well, that brings us to use number 4. Fixing chunky lyrics, smoothing out the awkward lines.
That line you love, but everyone else kind of looks at you, kind of says, interesting.
AI can give you a cleaner phrasing, better rhythm, or alternative wording.
It's true. It's like having a co-writer who never gets offended, like my big partner, Mike here.
Or tired, or hungry, or late.
Well, here's the biggest one, guys. Demo building. This one's huge. Quick demos.
You can hum a melody, type a chord progression, and AI builds a rough track for you.
Not a final production. That's not what you're looking for at this stage. You're just building a demo.
But enough to hear the vibe, test the groove, or send to a bandmate of yours.
Yeah, it's like having a pocket-sized demo assistant, like Peanut Harris in your pocket.
And here's something I worked on. It's been a couple of weeks ago. Well, it's not been a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it's been a couple of days ago that I worked on this. Here's a little simplified way that you can upload audio into Suno. You want to try to describe it, Worm? You think you ought to, or just let it speak for itself?
Just kind of let it speak for itself, because it's it's just kind of a pretty cool jingle.
Okay, here we go. We are in Suno, and we are going to show you how you can upload your own audio into Suno. You can sing into Suno. We'll open up a microphone. You can also you can hum into Suno if you don't want to sing your own tune. You can play your guitar, or you can play piano, or you can play whatever instrument you'd like to play into Suno. So today we're going to record a little simple song. Actually, it's called Island Melons, okay? So this ought to be a while. So we want to click the audio button right here in Suno and say we're going to record. So right after we do this, we'll get a little window that'll show a recording monitor, okay? Record at least 6 seconds. Thumping good, thumping good. Island melons are thumping good. Red, ripe, ready to eat. Cool, delicious, and so sweet. Island melons just can't be beat because they are thumping good, thumping good. Well, that'll surely win an award. Okay. What kind of award, I don't know. But anyway, so what it's doing now, it's uploading this clip, this audio clip to Suno. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to make sure it's there. Thumping good, thumping good. Island melons are thumping good. Red, ripe, ready to eat. Cool, delicious, and so sweet. Island melons just can't be beat because they are thumping good, thumping good. Well, that was pretty amazing. Okay. Or it doesn't have, has another button here where you can say you can personalize the style. Let's hit that and see what happens. Personalize the style. Okay. Folk jingle. Here we go. Solo baritone vocal, syncopated melody, dry close vocal, alternating bass guitar, thumb slap percussion, bright steel string strum. Okay. All right. So let's see what that sounds like. Okay. So if we want to create that, and to save time, I won't go into everything. I was going to put a quartet there from Trinidad singing. But anyway, we're going to try to create that right there. Okay. So it'll give me 2 choices. Well, there's some melons on the front there for the thumbnail. Okay. So here we go. Here's cut 1. All right.
Thumping good, thumping good. Island melons are thumping good. Red, ripe, ready to eat. Cool, delicious, and so sweet. Island melons just can't be beat 'cause they are thumping good, thumping good. Thumping good, thumping good. Island melons are thumping good. Red, ripe, ready to eat. Cool, delicious, and so sweet. Island melons just can't be beat 'cause they are thumping good, thumping good.
I'd say Grammy time.
Oh, every time I hear that song, people our age will know where that song came from.
I won't say exactly where it came from, but they'll probably remember the sign of the shears. I'll just leave it
absolutely.
at that.
Absolutely. But that's what it can do for you. It's, it brings us to our next subject, which is genre. You can experiment with your genres.
You can do that. And you ever wonder what your song would sound like if it was a reggae? Can you imagine thumping good watermelons as a reggae tune? Got to try that. See how that would work.
Or a 90s country ballad.
Yeah, absolutely. AI can restyle your demo so you can explore kind of different directions.
Exactly. It's not about copying a genre at all. It's about discovering new angles, new way to play your song.
And sometimes you find a version you never would have imagined.
Boy, that's true. And I'll tell you what, some things that make a big difference, like, again, a great segue to our next subject is harmony and background vocal ideas. That can change a song immensely. AI is great for harmony ideas.
And you feed it your melody, and it gives you 3-part harmonies if that's what you'd like.
It's like having the world's most patient backup singer.
And it never complains about being mixed too low. And some folks will say, hey, I can't hear me in the mix.
in the mix.
Right.
Speaking of that, another good thing for AI is cleaning up your audio. A real world use is taking audio and cleaning up rough recordings.
Yeah, and you can record a voice memo with a barking dog in the background.
And AI can clean it up so it sounds like you recorded it in a studio instead of your kitchen with the window open.
It's kind of like everyday magic. And speaking of that, now this is magic. This is a radio spot that I did as a demo, of course, for a fictitious restaurant, for a restaurant called the Palm Tree Grill. And you can probably guess where that came from, John.
Yeah, we can figure that one out.
Yeah, and I finally found out after doing a little research on the internet that the Palm Tree Grill, there actually is one. It's out in South Carolina, but this is not for them. This is a jingle that I did just to see if you could do a 30-second jingle on Suno, okay? So I did the jingle, and what it is, it's the jingle and the donut that you would use if you were at a radio station, okay? Like just a voice over at the spot. I've got the jingle itself, and then I've got the jingle with the voiceover. So first, let's listen to the jingle for Palm Tree Grill, coming up right now.
Come on, wine, where the flavors feel right. Under island skies, every bite's a delight. The Palm Tree Grill.
Makes me want to drink out of a coconut. What do you think?
And Slick, we just talked about this, the harmony. If you listen to that song really close, they use it a lot. Not only do they harmonize with the voices, but they harmonize with the guitar.
Absolutely.
A lot of harmonies in there.
Now, I've also got, like I said, I've got the voiceover, and you may want to eat some mahi after. Is that right? Did I say that right? After you hear this, here we go. This is the voiceover on the donut. Okay.
Come on, wine, where the flavors feel right. Under island skies, every bite's a delight. The Palm Tree Grill.
When you come into the relaxing atmosphere of the Palm Tree Grill, you'll find a friendly staff who's ready to cater to your every culinary desire and tropical drinks that are sure to satisfy. Come and be a part of the island community at the Palm Tree Grill.
So did I make you hungry, John, or what?
No, I'm telling you, it makes me want a Mai Tai. No, actually makes me want
a Mai Tai and some mahi.
Mahi.
Let's talk about organization and workflow before we forget.
Absolutely. AI can help organize these ideas. And folks, if you're like me, you need all the organizational help you can get, but it can help you with your lyrics, your riffs, your voice memos, whatever you need to organize.
You can ask it, like, for instance, group my ideas by theme or find all my breakup songs. Sound like Taylor Swift, huh?
Suddenly your creative chaos becomes slightly less chaotic.
Just slightly, okay?
Yeah, in my mind, just real tiny, slightly. But, we talked about this. We touched on it a little bit. And the one thing that I use AI for, and this is where I use it, is when I'm stuck. You need a co-writer. And what is it? I misquoted Ted Graves. It's all the songs. There's no songs in Natural that are written. They're all co-written.
They're all co-written.
Yeah. And so AI is a co-writer when you're stuck, a real good one.
But not to replace you.
No. But just to bounce ideas off of.
Like, for instance, give me 3 ways to finish this line, or what's a twist on this metaphor.
It's like having that brainstorming buddy who never runs out of ideas.
Even if half of them are weird.
And sometimes they are. So these are real world, everyday ways songwriters use AI, folks. Nothing fancy, nothing scary.
just practical tools that help you keep moving.
Yeah, next time now we're going to dive in. We're going to take this just a little bit deeper. We're going to walk through a real song idea and show you how we would use AI step by step.
Until then, keep writing, keep experimenting, and keep your creativity in the driver's seat.
And thanks for hanging out with us with the Byrum thing. Hanging out with us here on Songwriter in the House. So for Mike Anderson, I'm John Byrum. We are out of here.
Join us next time for Songwriter in the House with two old dogs, John Byrum and Mike Anderson.